Hello, I'm going to show you today how to use Pear Deck as a cool application tool for a class. To start with, you have to create a Google slide, which I've done here for creating tables and graphs and using that to create equations. Then you add the add-on Pear Deck into your slide selection. Then you go over here and click Start Lesson. When you click Start Lesson, you'll get the choice of having a student-based or an instructor-based activity. I'm going to choose instructor-based, and when I click on that link, you'll get a screen that looks like this. Once you get there, you're given a code. This is what the students would use to then enter the Pear Deck. So in this presentation, I'm going to show you both the teacher and the student view. On the student view, you come over and you go to joinpd.com, and then you hit enter. Once you do that, you can go ahead and choose your icon. Today I feel pretty happy. Presentation loads, and you now have the same slides that I have. As the teacher, you have another window open. This is the control slide, and since I chose teacher led, then that means any slide that I'm on is what the students see. So I hit click. Once I close this, we jump over to the student section. Again, I can control what they see by clicking on the slide. Again, if I jump over here, that's the slide they now see. Or to the learning objective, I often give some type of prompt. When I give a prompt, as a student, I get a little text box, and I can think about my question. In this case, I'm asking, think back to your 7th grade lesson, describe what is happening in the race. Henry had a head start. On the teacher side of this, I then get to see all the students who have entered the course. I have a list of their names, and I can see what they've written. Anything that you have written in the notes shows up down here for your prompt as to how to support the students. And we can again choose the next slide. My next slide has the prompt. Once again, as a student, I now am asking, looking at the pattern, how can you figure out some of the same relationships? Well, maybe I could say, well, here is the starting point, the head start. And if you click the letter T in here, I can get a text box. So I click T, put over here, starting point for Henry. Now clearly I would have to adjust this to make it fit, but you can type anything you want. And as again, on the teacher slide, you get to see my whole slide and everything I've written. As you're going through, you can provide prompts for writing or drawing, as I used in the previous two. You can then have students show their work. If I have this particular prompt and I go over to my student session, how would you find the slope or intercept given just the table? Well, the slope, I think it's where x equals 0. Maybe I would type that. And my teacher slide, I get to see exactly what the students wrote. Now the one problem is you don't get to have all of the animations, but you can just make multiple slides. So for this case, if I'm looking at the teacher point of view, I could say read this next set of slides and do it student-led. So I can come over and turn on student-based. As the student, I now have the choice to advance the slides as I like. Finding slope, first I have to find the x values. I can show just the x value part, then the y values for individuals, and then all together, and then give them an example of what should be happening on how to find the equation. After I show them how I do it, I can send them to another amazing new media, Khan Academy, and have them watch Saul present the same information. If I assign this in Khan Academy, and when the students go there, anything they do in Khan Academy, I will see in my Khan Academy class. They can watch the video and then come back to the presentation, and then I can have them go to some practice problems also in Khan Academy. In this case, it's a link that they can access inside of their browser. So on the student side, they come over to the link. It takes them to some Khan Academy practice problems. And again, since I have the courses set up, anything they do in here, I'll be able to see. And they'll have, if they're logged in, they have to have their name logged in, and then they can actually do the problems. And I get to see them in the class that I've already created. Let me go back. Then I can give them a couple problems of my own and have students show their work and require that they do all their work on the slide. And I'll make it a draw slide so that students can then draw as they need to between the equations and type in the work. And I get to see all of the student values. Again, on the student side, I can say, I'm trying to find the slope between points. So I'm going to look there. I'm going to realize that that's +2. And I can show y part, draw on that one. It's still in text. I have to draw and say that that is +40. And then put it all together. And again, I can then see all the student work, which gives me great feedback. Lastly, what's an awesome tool in here is that at any point I can say, hey, just wanted to see, is this making some sense? And I can add a new prompt from Pear Deck and say, how are people feeling in here? That gets automatically added into my deck, even though it wasn't originally there. And I can get a temperature check. Oh, I'm feeling like awesome. And again, I can come back and see all the students' responses in there. All right, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the slide